Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk everything animation here, including Steven Universe, Diamond Days, which we'll be getting into right now. I'm Justin Cummings, and today I'm joined by Michelle Anderer.
Hello.
Sean McKenna.
Hi, everybody.
And Andy Potter.
Hello.
Today we will be getting into feedback for the episode Legs from Here to Homeworld, the beginning of Steven Universe Diamond Days / end of this year's summer episodes / app exclusive Comic-Con / many things. The spoilers for the episode Legs from Here to Homeworld and all previous episodes of Steven Universe. You can find all of our previous episodes, including our Legs from Here to Homeworld recap, which aired back in July, on overlyanimated.com or by searching Overly Animated on iTunes, going to YouTube at youtube.com/overlyanimated. For this in particular, I would recommend on iTunes you can find our Steven Universe feed. This should be one of the newer ones because Steven's been gone. So if you want to find it very quickly, that's probably the fastest way to find that episode. So it's been a long time since the recap aired. Many moons. Many moons. For those of you who may be new fans and don't remember when we did feedback, basically after an episode airs, a couple days later, we'll do a feedback episode where some of us who weren't on that first podcast will come in, answer questions, talk about stuff. They're a lot of fun. We didn't have a podcast the other day to take feedback from or send questions, but thankfully, back in July, a lot of people left comments on the YouTube posting. This is why you got to go to YouTube sometimes. And we have lots of material to discuss. The original episode that we aired, the podcast we did, was Dylan, Delaney, Sam, and Alex. So I made sure we have a whole new crop of people here to talk.
We're a crop now?
We're a crop now.
Yeah, you're a crop.
Crop team.
We're the children
You're
of
a
the
crop
corn.
on Paradox Farm.
Okay, great.
Team Pumpkin.
Life.
Hashtag Team Pumpkin.
Team Pumpkin. Let's do it. Hashtag Team Pumpkin. All right, so we're going to go around the horn and see. Oh, I'm turning into Dylan. We're going to go around the horn and we're going to see everyone's opinions on this wonderful episode, starting with Michelle.
Boy. Okay, honestly, I've been thinking about this episode, and I kind of feel like it's a transitional kind of episode, you know? They set us up for a thing, and then they give us a cliffhanger, and then there's just so much to speculate with, because I feel like it is true that a lot happened, and also not very much happened in that episode, and that's kind of amusing. But also, it makes my heart hurt because I want to know more things, and I wish we did by now. But yay, Centipedal, that was a highlight. Yay, more bismuth. Yay, finding the rest of the ship and having like sexy heels on it. That was a fun surprise. So there were highlights to be found here in this episode for sure.
Yeah, I thought this was definitely a very interesting episode. I just rewatched it when it aired. As part of the new block, I guess they're calling Diamond Days, whatever this section is on Homeworld, I suppose. So it's interesting to see Cartoon Network frame this as the beginning of a new arc. John, what'd you think?
Well, it being the Christmas season, I think I could to paraphrase a line from Dropkick Murphys' "The Season's Upon Us." If you think your family's crazy, meet mine. And in which case, we just met Steven's extended family, his Diamond family.
Yeah.
Ethan's grandma?
It's true, because she's the most stuck in her ways, right? Because it kept being like, oh, she doesn't love Homeworld.
And she's the most above.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
It's true.
Can we officially call White Diamond Grandma Universe?
No.
Watch out. Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, why not? Grandma Universe. Actually, what is well, anyway, I thought maybe
we will have time for that.
Yeah, we that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, it's the one thing I really like this episode. Yes, it was a transition, so it felt kind of weird that we had to wait 5 months between when it was put on the internet and now. But you know that's one of those convention things. I remember they did that for Adventure Time in 2016 too, and I was just as miffed then too. But it's but the one thing that I think I really like this episode. It's one of those things. One of the things that stands out to me is that sort of like in Room for Ruby, where you don't know whether or not Navy is going to join the team or not. It's one of the things the show does is on screen and off screen. They know how to meld the two to create a good viewing experience. In that episode, you thought you could believe it because, two gems had already flipped, and also Charlene E is already on the payroll, so it wouldn't be too much to ask to have Navy on board. This time, they did it to eerie effect, where we saw White Pearl and White Diamond, and it's already a creepy scene because White Pearl doesn't move, and White Diamond is just this really almost abstract, glowing light thing that has almost talks a complete baritone the whole time. And when I saw the credits, you see that Christine Ebersole is White Pearl, and the first thing I thought was, that's not Dee Dee Magno-Hall. Why is it not Dee Dee Magno-Hall? She does every Pearl. And when I thought about it, I was like, that's weird. This episode's weird. I'm a little creeped out by this, but at the same time, I really like it. So yeah, that was my thought, and I thought it worked to great effect. And as a transition episode, it works well. It's a subtle cliffhanger, but now that we have about a week to go, it should be pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely really liked the whole White Pearl eeriness. I do want to point out before we go any further that I correctly predicted Christina Ebersole will be playing White Diamond.
How,
So
Justin?
here's the thing. So I published an article back in, I believe, January called Top 5 People Who Should Voice White Diamond. There's some great picks on there. Paris Hilton was on my list.
I think we discussed this
Idina
on a
Menzel
podcast with you.
Andy remembers this somehow. I do not. Continue.
But on that list, I had heard a rumor, and I think I heard it through Reddit, that someone was at a show and at a Broadway show, and Patti LuPone. Someone saw Patti and they're like, "Oh, I love you as Yellow Diamond." And Christina Ebersole was in the same show as Patti and goes, "Well, Christina's White Diamond, right?" Not realizing that nobody knew yet. So somebody had posted that on Reddit. I ran across it. And I published that rumor on overlyanimated.com back in January that Christina Ebersole might be White Diamond. So when July rolls around, I correctly was one of the first outlets to publish Christina Ebersole will be White Diamond. So my reign is the White Diamond King.
Where's the trumpet sound effect?
Peter.
I am the king of White Diamond knowledge. I have been the White Diamond theorist on this podcast for a long time. So it only makes sense that I was the one to predict it. So you may all bow down now. Fine. Andy, what do you have to say about this episode?
What I have to say about this episode, since we watched it a long time ago. We watched this episode a long time ago. And what I'll say is that when I first watched it, it was really a big deal. There's a lot of cool stuff that happens. But now with so much time since I'd first seen it, I'll say that not a lot really happens in this episode. It's pretty, it moves really fast, but we don't really learn anything we don't, as a viewer, already really kind of know. We know we're going to see White Diamond at some point. We know that it's going to be creepy and a big deal, but we don't really get any of the payoffs right here. It's really this is just a huge cliffhanger, and that's fine. That's good. I'm ready for that to pay off, but it's been so long for the payoff that it's just been a little rough. So I'm really excited to see where this leads.
Yeah, this was definitely... We knew eventually we would get White Diamond. We've all known. Even though the show never mentioned White Diamond up until now, we knew. And so to finally have that kind of confirmed was really satisfying. And I think it really sets up everything we knew, we just moved up a level in the world.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that really makes it... And like I said, I don't think the episode's bad or anything. I just think that the release schedule makes it hard to keep that momentum.
Yeah, and also I think we always sort of knew, I think, White Diamond would be coming up at some point. The one question was, what was White Diamond? Because I think there was a theory that it was going to be it was a double diamond fusion, triple diamond fusion.
And all the fusion theories, I remember them well. Yeah,
it's not a
Onion is White Diamond theory.
Oh my god.
Tawny's White Diamond theory.
White Diamonds.
White Diamond's already dead theory.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Now, technically, Onion is White Diamond's not dead. There could be a small curtain in that room, and Onion's just there
controlling her the whole time.
Yeah. You never know. I'm
so
just saying. We can't rule it out.
We have some very interesting Onion theories, actually, we're going to get into
Oh,
tonight.
great, Justin. I'm glad.
I'm excited for the crazy fan theories. You're the best part of those.
We would be here without.
Are they your theories, Justin? Are these your Onion fans?
No, they're not mine.
Andy's so accusatory.
The greatest feedback moment ever was the Rose's Lion Lover theory.
And that was like one of the first ones we did of this whole thing.
That was the first ever feedback episode, and it was me and Michelle only.
But Justin kept like going through it painstakingly, trying to prove it was real, and that's what really destroyed me. It was so bad.
Michelle's
ready for the first.
Is there anything quite like that from this round of?
No, not quite that ridiculous.
Okay.
There's nothing that out of left field, but we're gonna get some really interesting stuff.
All right, I'm excited.
So, here's the first one, and this gets right into White Diamond. This is on YouTube. This is from Marcus Mosley. My best friend and I think when the Diamonds used their powers, some of it might have bounced off Rose's shield, gone back, and some of it hit White Diamond. And that's why she hasn't left in so long. And maybe White Pearl was there too, and that's why she looks messed up along with her diamond.
That's why her eyes all weird.
Yep.
Because power hit her.
Why does that make you laugh, Michelle? You're just like... It is like the most basic theory ever. Like, you're laughing already.
Michelle is a 5-year-old watching someone get hit in the face with a dodgeball.
I mean, that's also true. Because we were all saying, right, that White Diamond, she's like, there's something off about her. Her Pearl's not voiced by Dee Dee. Like, she just feels creepy. And then to have a fan be like, okay, I get it. It's because she got hit in the face by her own power backfiring. That's why she's messed up.
Oh my god.
That is a hot take. It's so good.
Michelle, we're already at the Onion theories, and you're already, like, losing it.
It's going to be a long night.
I love it. I hope that is.
I missed the feedback podcast. The feedback.
The
feedback.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm the one editing this. Dylan would be like, why did I let you all loose? Because we have the most fun with the theories.
Exactly.
I feel like the feedback podcast is where the theories go to die.
Bring them back to life by talking about them.
Justin, what's my rock podcast? We need to do that theory podcast still.
Oh, I pitched this as a feedback. Dylan doesn't know this. It's time for Geology with Andy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Geology with Andy and also Kiora. I'd tune into that.
Professor Andy's classroom.
We're way off topic.
Michelle, I want your take on this one first, and then we'll come back to believability once we get through a couple theories. Oh no! Oh, I should say this is from I Am My Mom. Wonderful episode title tie in there. Oh no! Oh no! White Diamond has mind control, right? That explains why her Pearl does the same pose as her and is weird and has the same voice actress. What if White Diamond is mind controlling Onion?
God.
I apologize to headphones users. I apologize to our headphones users.
Did they really put that Onion part in there?
Michelle, I didn't finish. Michelle, I didn't
God.
What? Oh, there's more?
What if White Diamond is mind-controlling Onion? That is why he's always sneaking around, spying on Steven, which is how White knows all about Steven.
And that's why Onion doesn't talk, because he would talk with her.
Because if he spoke, that Steven would know that he's
White Diamond. Onion is voiced by Christina Ebersole.
Oh my god.
Wait, Onion is voiced by Christina Ebersole?
Oh,
Onion's never spoken.
We've seen him talk to his dad, and he talks like, "Mama, mama." Yeah, he's fine.
So does his dad, actually.
I think that's where he got it from. Maybe it's genetic.
It's a dialect.
What
this
does
awesome.
Onion have voice act credits?
Unless Onion is going to be in some of these credits for the rest of the episodes, I feel like it's not going to come to anything, but who knows, maybe. What I love about this is, so it starts off super believable, like, that makes a lot of sense, you know, because her diamond's in her head, like, having, like, a brain power, makes a lot of sense. But then that like really went into a weird direction with spying on Steven using Onion. And, oh my god! Like, what does everyone else think of that? I think it's kind of, like I think the first half of that makes a
Thoughts,
lot.
everyone?
Honestly,
I think the first half makes sense, but the Onion part is nonsense.
It's like it's like
really
you
takes
started well, and then it went off the rails.
you had a good theory in there, and then you took it a little too far, person.
Yeah, a lot of people are high on White Diamond having mind control. All right, guys, hear me out. Onion's voice is officially credited as Zach Callison, which is Steven.
Wait, really? You just looked this up?
Yep, I'm looking at the credits for
Really?
Oh.
which is so Onion is Pink Diamond. Pink Diamond was created by White Diamond, ergo Onion is being controlled by White Diamond.
What's weird after what I said about the voice actresses being notable and the choices that the show makes, I can't outright dismiss that, which is kind of weird. It's not the odds of it happening are probably like 0.1%, but it's like it's more than zero. So sure.
It's a good theory. Michelle, which theory upsets you more? White Diamond got shot in the face, or White Diamond's controlling Onion?
Oh my! We should do this every time, Justin. We should ask Michelle which one upsets her more with each.
The one getting shot in the face, like doesn't upset me. It's hilarious.
John, you're under control. What are your thoughts?
Bad. Yeah, John.
Did you say I'm under mind control?
No, you're
No,
that's
are
the
not.
White
You
Diamond
are-
slip up. It's
You're at a
catching.
good volume level, John. Tell me, what do you believe?
White Diamond getting hit in the face versus White Diamond mind control. I'm gonna go with the mind
Specifically,
control.
White Diamond mind control Onion.
Oh yeah, Onion's important.
Yeah, you know what? Onion is very mysterious. I honestly think that White Diamond might not be mind controlling Onion. Onion might just be doing this for fun because she asked nicely.
Whoa, wild card.
Yeah, you know what? Onion is odd. It is a bit of an odd duck. That is about as cold a take as you can have with this show. But you know, if tempted with maybe the right snack, or maybe untold riches, or all the quarters in Funland, maybe he is a very persuadable young man.
Yeah, I do get the impression Onion has treasure hoarded somewhere deep in a cave. So if you have the right price, maybe he would do your bidding.
Oh yeah, I mean he probably has a Swiss bank account somewhere that we just don't know about. He is very mischievous.
Robert Zeng reminds us we still have not seen Connie and White Diamond in the same room.
Oh God, we can't do this. There's too many
man.
characters. That we could go down the list for every single character.
Is Lion White Diamond?
I was gonna say, was it Lion all along? Did his pink just confuse everyone, throw him off the trail?
Well, why not?
Why not?
Treasure
chest, Lion.
Ooh.
Lion's actually Green Diamond. There's a fifth diamond lying around somewhere.
See, that would be the fusion. If blue and yellow fuse, they'd be a green diamond, obviously.
It's a fifth diamond that no one knows about. It's the twin sister of Yellow that has the 8th Millennium item from Yu-Gi-Oh! And is dating Frodo from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Whoa.
Justin.
That went somewhere.
Do you want to see my OC on DeviantArt?
No!
Justin, I fully believe you still have a DeviantArt account.
People still deviant?
I do not. I only have a fanfiction. No, I only have a fanfiction.net account.
Oh dear, that's worse.
That is. Where's your AO3 account, Justin?
I don't know what that is, and I think I'm happy with that.
Oh, Justin's a baby. I forget.
Yeah, I forget too, Michelle.
I'm a youngin'. No, the last animation forum I was on before Overly Animated was the Christian Anime Alliance.
Are you for real? That's a thing?
It's a thing, and it's still alive.
I'm like staring into the distance, like blankly. It's like processing this, Justin.
Andy, is Sword Art Online Christian anime?
No, I hope not.
They def
You guys
have
see what happens when they start talking about... No, the best is they eventually just ban discussion of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh man.
But that's literally Christian anime.
Do they allow
Is it,
discussion?
or is it
I
anti-theist
don't
anime?
want to sit here and see that. It's too much.
But do they allow discussion on conception?
The game?
The show. They made a show.
Why did they make a show?
We're trying to
Okay.
figure that. We're trying to figure that out too.
Okay, that's not good. Are Steven and Connie gonna fuse again?
Into Savant.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
why not?
so.
Well, there.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's probably going to be very necessary.
Hello?
How long until we get a fusion?
I think it'll be not next episode, but the one afterwards.
Okay, so we got another break.
I'm going to hold out and say until Battle of Heart and Mind.
I mean, to be fair, that is an hour, so
Yeah. I feel like that's going to be where all the big where the big fusion stuff is going to happen. It could be. We could actually have I think we might have a Steven yellow-blue fusion. Actually, that would be interesting.
That would be
That'd
interesting.
make me mad because that would mean he would fuse with them before anyone else, and he hasn't fused with pretty much anyone except for Amethyst at this point. And that
What
would
about Connie? He fused with Connie.
who do you want him to fuse with, Michelle?
Connie's there. Like I feel like that's inevitable, but I'd rather see him fuse with like other people before he would fuse with other diamonds.
Like Pearl, you'd like him to fuse.
Yes, yeah. I want to see if the fusion's the same. If there's no quartz.
It'd probably be like just a differently shaped rainbow quartz.
Possibly, yeah.
Yes.
I still want
I
those.
want to see Steven. I want to see Steven fuse with what's the big one? All of them.
The grandpa.
Big one. You want to fuse the grandma universe?
Steven
Grandma
and
Universe is White Diamond.
I think Justin meant the big centipede from the Off Colors.
Nephrite.
Alexandrite.
Oh no!
I want to make the temple fusion.
Ooh.
You mean, right?
Yeah,
the
that
temple
thing.
fusion.
That's something I think we all would like.
Steven
to see.
does not need to join a polyamorous relationship. No, it's okay.
There are a lot of people in there.
It's
I think
his.
we're okay.
It's his aunt's date. That'd be a little. Hey, needs must needs must, right?
I think we're gonna see.
I wrote an entire essay on how what's her face, the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, is polyamory. I don't need to think about Steven being in that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the fluorite.
Fluorite, that's her name.
No,
Yeah.
but Rebecca Sugar confirmed that
This
it was
podcast-
that it was polyamory.
This
No, totally.
podcast is it definitely is, and I wrote a whole paper on it.
All right, sure.
I did a whole semester on Steven
That's
Universe.
what I was
Okay?
gonna ask, Justin. Was this your project that you disappeared away for to do?
Yes, and then I disappeared from my thesis, both of which are readily available.
If
Yay!
you want to hear an academic discussion on Steven Universe, ask Justin.
Please hire me to come to your college and give a talk. I'm so broke.
Do a TED talk on all
Just
your.
let me eat at your dining hall for free, please. I'll stay in a dorm, I promise. Just give me food.
Oh dear.
Are there any more feedback?
This is the
We're
greatest
getting
feedback episode ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Serious time. Serious.
Steven?
No, not serious, Steven. That episode is not the best. So,
Hey, it's not bad though. I like it.
well, meh. I
think
prefer
Michelle,
cat
I think
fingers.
Michelle like sits at work and she goes, "Serious Michelle time."
Honestly, compared to some people, I am
I
pretty
feel like-
serious.
Oh.
I feel like Michelle has that episode on in the background at work the entire time. On
It's a
repeat.
really good episode, and Joe Johnson and Jeff Liu boarded it on that back in the good old days when they were a tag team. They made a lot of the good ones.
That's true. They did.
Season, yeah, before Joe got promoted and did less boarding, but he does beautiful stuff. Anyway,
So-
what is the feedback?
So Connie coming along raises stakes emotionally for Steven and adds a time limit to this mission. Sure, she brought supplies, but I'm guessing she can only survive for about 2 weeks. The team will have to finish in that amount of time or smuggle her back to Earth.
Well,
She's an asset, but also a vulnerability point for Steven.
But doesn't Steven need food too?
Oh, true. But
Oh,
does he
yeah.
need as much food as like a 100% human?
I don't know. Who
Yeah, I don't know.
knows?
Lars does not need to eat anymore. That's why he's been able to stay in space. Steven
Yeah.
theoretically
Is-
probably could last. He just probably doesn't want to.
Is Connie gonna die and get turned pink?
Oh
no,
my god.
wait, that'd be so sad.
Oh no! Don't kill Connie.
No, I wouldn't accept that.
Hashtag kill Connie, hashtag don't kill Connie.
Justin, why are you even making a choice on that?
Let us know in the comments. Vote now.
And whichever side, if hashtag kill Connie wins, I will do an official Connie funeral podcast.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No, I think that higher ups I think Delaney would hunt me down across states.
I
Yeah.
think Dylan
Sure.
wouldn't stop you. He would just shake his head like over and over again.
And he'd secretly
Dylan would be
sleep
like,
when we're all asleep.
No,
I
Dylan
think
would
Dylan would just,
he'd call in an assassin and have him do it for him.
he would just never let me host again. That's all.
Yeah. But I think it'd be worth it, Justin, if you get that one shot out there.
And then we do your
Andy's
funeral
trying
pod.
to kill me so that he can be the only one.
Well,
Oh, there it is.
we're not doing this here, Justin. We can't go into this now.
Oh Jesus.
There can only be one Andy. Okay,
Yeah.
we have one more really good one. This
Oh.
has gone-
So every
Great.
other feedback after this isn't really good. Is that what you're saying, Justin?
Did you stagger these?
Do you want to comment on hello? Do you want to comment on that?
Yes.
Is that worth discussing?
Yeah.
At least
Yes,
they're being
We're
polite.
acknowledging the
Like,
fact.
so they're
Hello to you too.
there. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
what's your manners?
I have no manners. They died in college.
All right.
All right.
What's the
Moth Bobble asks,
one?
what if the reason why Blue and Yellow went to Earth alone was because of White's mind powers? Everyone's convinced about these mind powers, man.
Wow.
She looked as if she already knew about Pink surviving, and the reason she wants Pink back is because it's been long enough. Since Yellow and Blue don't mean their mind tampered enough for a reason to go to Homeworld, it would make her plan go smooth without any of the other diamonds thinking they might have been controlled.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I do
Thoughts?
question. So
Questions?
I honestly don't remember, why did Yellow and Blue go back to Earth? Oh, it was because of the cluster, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That still seemed kind of spur of the moment that they both go and do that. So maybe there is some credence to this mind
Yeah.
control.
It did seem. I think a lot of what we based Blue and Yellow's actions on was Yellow being so impulsive, and that could have been not impulsivity on her end, but things like put into her mind by White Diamond, because she put
mind control.
because the whole
Yeah.
impetus for everything that happened was that Blue Diamond was sad about Pink being dead, which I think that was genuine. I don't
Yeah.
think if there's mind control that I think that's
Yeah.
genuine. And I think
agree.
that Yellow's overall feelings towards being upset about this is genuine as well. But I think her reaction, where she was like, "Let's put a cluster in the Earth because of this and just blow it up, so we don't have to deal with it anymore," and I think she sung a song about it. You don't have to be blue anymore. Whatever. I forget what the song was. I forget the name of the song, but it was a great song. But
What's the use of feeling blue?
that's
Yep,
it. That's
it's
the name.
Feeling
That
Blue.
was the name. It was a great song, and that's when they found out about the cluster, and they found out about they were going to blow up the Earth, and that might have been implanted in her brain by White Diamond. But I think the rest of it was genuine.
That's
Funny-
fair. I mean, I would say you can also argue that, Blue takes the time to grieve. She takes thousands of years to grieve. But that's not Yellow's style. She's a woman of action. And
Yeah.
so I can see how she's like, well, the Earth sucks and I'm sad that Pink's gone too, but at least we can do something. Let's wake up that cluster and destroy this once and for all. And then at least I'll have done something
But
with
it
these
feels
angry
It
feelings.
still feels impulsive though, because it's not
Mhm.
using. They're so obsessed with resources. It feels like they could.
Yeah.
The
petty.
cluster feels like it's not using it, just destroying everything, and it feels like they would want the resources unless there was a reason to actually destroy them.
I mean, it's the planet where your sister
No, but
got
Yeah,
murdered.
sister.
So, it's like, it's like, forget the resources. Let's nuke this planet and make sure nothing happens
But
from
she
there.
waited a couple thousand years to do it. That's the part that doesn't fit in my brain well.
But I mean, to them, a couple thousand years is like a couple minutes to a human, though.
Right,
That's not
right.
a lot of time for them.
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you measure millennia if you live to be infinite?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Deep
It
stuff.
feels off. It feels off, Yellow Diamond's actions specifically now, with the idea that there might be mind control. Like, I don't think, for the record, I don't think that her actions are bad or anything like that. I just think that there might be something
Right.
more there.
Well, she is trying to blow up the Earth. I mean, that's kind of bad.
It's bad for the people on Earth.
It's only bad if you live on Earth.
Yeah, that's true.
People on Moon are fine.
I should check my planet privilege.
Yeah. But
Check your planetism.
Yeah. but also Yellow Diamond turns real fast when she finds out Pink Diamond's alive. Like, she is
It's a turn.
It is. And that
Mhm.
would be explained by the fact that she's not being controlled anymore at that point. You know what I mean? Like, she's more in her own, she's more herself. Like, she's a lot less aggressive after that.
Well,
Is Bismuth the smartest one of all of them for staying behind?
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
Well, Bismuth has stuff to do. I mean, Lapsus and Peridot are still, there.
Bismuth. Yeah, they are still there.
Pumpkin
yeah.
needs to be fed.
Well,
The house needs to be rebuilt. So
Yeah.
they still need to reform. We don't get to see their new outfits. That's the most exciting part.
I think we're gonna see
Well,
them
what if they-
after this arc is
Good
over.
point.
But I want to see them this arc, John. Next arc will be like 5 months from now.
Oh, wow, you're
5
you're
years.
optimistic. You're optimistic.
That's optimistic.
That's all we've got. Just 5 years.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
David Bowie on a space podcast. So let's talk a little bit about this arc, because we are at the beginning of an arc.
Okay.
Let's theorize just a little bit. Do we think we're getting a song sometime during Diamond Days, and who will be in it?
Who's in the song?
Oh, I cannot predict
Yes.
that. Who knows?
That's hard. Like, how about just like who's
What would you
singing the
want?
song?
What do you want?
Oh, who do I want? I would love another Garnet song at some point.
Yeah, Garnet hasn't sung in a long, long time.
I also think
Since
that we're.
Mindful Education.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She sung there, but Garnet singing's great. Estelle singing's great. But I
Yeah.
would also like a. I think we're almost guaranteed a White Diamond song at some point, just because.
Ooh.
All
Ooh,
the
I think it'd be super creepy. I would love
Yeah.
that.
It would probably be
I
a
wanna
completely different vibe, and that'd be really cool to hear.
Yeah.
I want a song between hopefully all 3 of the formed diamonds, not counting Steven, because Blue Diamond's a Celtic folk singer, Yellow and White are both Broadway singers.
Mhm.
I think
that'd
we
be a good
need
combo.
Yeah.
Especially Yellow and White are used to performing and singing on stage together. I think that will have a certain magic to it that you just can't you can't teach that. You know what I mean? And I think that'll be
Yeah.
a really good one.
I also.
That-
Cool.
I also
It'd be such an interesting trio too. It's because of the different styles as you mentioned. But we know, Lisa Hannigan hasn't sung yet, so she's probably a favorite for this one.
Exactly.
Yeah. I also
But that
think
begs the question, what would they be singing about?
I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's one of those
kind of
maybe
song.
it'd be like an action adventure, like an action where it's there's a battle or action scene going on, and it's they're singing about their
Or-
plans or whatever, like a battling duet kind
Or-
of thing, maybe.
Or
Okay.
like a planning song, like what's the use in feeling blue? Like they're debating something and trying to decide something. But I think
Yellow
Okay.
questioning White about mind control.
yeah.
Ooh, I sensed something was up with me.
Yeah.
Have you been interfering?
What did
yeah.
you do to me? Something like that.
I also think there's a non-zero chance we get a flashback song because now we have Yellow and Blue on our side, or at least
Yeah, that's true.
talking to Steven. Like there could be, I could envision a song with Yellow, Blue, and Rose, like all 3 of them singing together. Maybe
Yes.
maybe they're raising Rose and we get because I feel like we haven't gotten a full conversation with the Diamonds yet, even though they're with Steven this whole episode. It doesn't feel like we really get a lot of information from them. I feel like that's still forthcoming.
And we still haven't really
you know that
and we still haven't really nailed down what the what the human equivalent of the Diamond's relationship is. Because initially we would think it's like, okay, they're sisters, but Pink is so much smaller. Maybe it's like it could be mother-daughter thing. Like we still aren't entirely. Unless I missed something. Do we even know what kind of relationship it is? It's like
Not a
older
clue.
sister.
It's just kind of implied. Yeah, it's like somewhere between sister. I think if anyone's gonna be the mom, it's Grandma Universe. But
but
I
Yellow
think
Diamond
for the other three, they're all kind of sisters.
but even that flashback on the moon, like Yellow Diamond really comes off almost patronizingly motherly at times in that
I
conversation.
mean, she
Mhm,
literally embodies Connie's mother, so
yeah, and there's also
That's
that.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the opening song of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I
with
want
this,
Blue
John?
Yeah, where
Diamond
did you
giving
go
us
with
like a
this?
folksy narrative song about the past.
Oh my god.
That could fit.
I
That could fit.
I don't
A
want.
Celtic folk singer? Yes, it could.
I want to see them deal with the immediate problem at hand. I don't want to go in the past right now.
I think Michelle,
We have multiple episodes and then an hour-long episode. Like, we
Michelle.
have time, Michelle.
I think there is going to be a flashback. At least not an episode maybe, but at least a scene during this special, because we need to see something about the forming of the diamonds, I think, in this
Right.
special. It's called Diamond Days. I think we're going to get something about that here.
Right. Well, we already have the
Called
flashback of at least Pink Diamond being assigned to go to Earth, so we got that covered. Got her wanting to go to Earth, so we have to go a little bit further back in that. I think we might get it. That might be like one part of the long form. I think if we have it. I can't imagine they would spend a whole 11-minute standalone on a flashback.
Right, and whose flashback would it be too? Like, is it multiple
I think it would be
diamonds?
I think it would be one either
diamonds?
Yellow or Blue Diamond's flashback. Well, they're telling a story to Steven.
Yeah.
So, like how things were when they were all more.
Together.
Oh,
And we could get a song in that flashback is what I was trying to say. Like maybe with the two diamonds and Rose.
Oh, I would like that. Yeah,
That could be interesting.
I think that's a nice idea.
Hmm.
And maybe we get an idea of their relationship with White Diamond in that flashback as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
they really don't
we
seem to have
have-
high hopes about her, and now that we've seen her, I kind of like get why. So, was she always that way? Yeah, who knows? Like, is that what happens when you're old? Like, when you're looking around, you just get a little crazy and you mind control everybody.
Or and you get a little, and the older you get, the more intense your glow gets.
Yeah, though maybe.
So the moral of the
writing
story
a
is
young adult realistic fiction novel now about a young girl under an oppressive matriarch grandma who wants her to be a pageant queen. Like,
oh my goodness.
It's also glowing
Man.
really, really brightly.
She
Yeah.
has a lot of glow. It's true.
like young adult fiction doesn't use terminology like that. Come on.
Moral of the story: be nice to your grandparents.
Yeah, but also keep
Hashtag grandma
an
universe.
eye on the grandparents, maybe. I guess.
Hey, if you're nice to
So
your
we
grandparents
have
now, they won't
7
mind control you later.
Yeah.
We have 7 episodes to go.
God,
We have
so much.
Ow.
well, we
That
have
feels
we
like a
have
lot.
next week is Familiar, then
Yep.
Together Alone, Escapisms on January 7th, and then the 21st is the 4 episodes Battle of Heart and Mind.
I completely forgot, Justin, that Together Alone has not aired yet, because we've known that episode title for what feels like forever.
Well, it's like they release the episode titles. We go through the period of we don't know if it's a real episode title or some fan is being a little type happy on his form. So now at least we know sort of that it's the title. So
Together Alone, like, the question is who that's about. Like, I think the leading theory is it's about Stevani, but
Well, especially because Alone Together introduced Stefani.
Yeah, so that makes total sense, though. And how do you be together alone if you're not Stevani?
I mean, there could be
Well,
another
You've
fusion.
seen,
It could
Whoa.
you've seen.
Ooh, maybe it'll be Pearl and Amethyst. Maybe
What-
they'll be together alone.
or
but
what if it's
seen
just
Zuko Alone?
what if it's just
No.
what if it's
Get
just
ready for-
Steven and it's some sort of Pink Diamond algorithm and he's alone with his 2 other
Oh.
personalities? That could be possible.
Like, he's like
What?
in his head talking to Pink
Rose and
Whoa,
No, not to Rose, to Pink Diamond now.
Pink Diamond.
Is Pink Diamond the same VA as Rose? I assume.
yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
we
they are.
please?
I think she speaks a little differently. Like, she uses slightly different, like, ways to talk while she's acting as Pink Diamond, but they're the same voice actors.
I think
Well, Susan
wasn't
Egan.
Wasn't the story is that was spoiled at the end of Can't Go Back because the credits rolled and it had Rose Quartz / Pink Diamond for Susan Egan?
I don't think it was spoiled.
No. What it was it said Pink Diamond, but it said Rose Quartz's voice actress. That's what it was.
Right. Yeah.
And people took that, obviously.
They took that and they were right.
Now granted, they only had 11 minutes to wait. Like,
right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, luckily I didn't get that spoiler in the 5 minutes it took. I want a Steven Pink Diamond song. Like, the fact that Zach Callison and Susan Egan have not had a song together yet is really surprising.
I think that's more like a finale thing, like end of the series.
Yeah, like them confronting each other. Like, I can't.
But,
like, part of me just wonders if that's even possible.
Well, I mean, because
Rose's room.
In Rose's room, come on.
But here's the
thing. Yeah, but that's all him, right? Like, that's him
right.
imagining who she is, and the same thing. If he's talking to his own head, I mean, she is only half of him. The other half of him is like Greg's DNA. So,
but
how can she still be her own person if she exists in him?
Well, what if he goes into like his gem space?
Could be
his gem. Oh
yeah.
Okay.
It could. There could be a way on Homeworld for him to actually have a legit conversation with Pink Diamond somehow. That is possible. Like, okay,
so
it's on
hologram home movies of herself, and he could find.
There's no Delaney. I'll mention Harry Potter, the Mirror of Remembrance, or the mirror, like the mirror thing. Harry Potter.
The Mirror of Erised.
Yeah. What if like he looks in that and sees Rose or Pink, and they have a song singy time?
Oh my god!
You just
singy feely time with Stephen.
That's true.
I would like.
I feel like
if it's possible.
There is one actually going on later. There is one thing I noticed about this episode that no one's brought up yet. Garnet in the ship is sitting in the back, probably thinking, "This is the worst honeymoon ever."
Yep, they just got married.
You just got married. You probably had the plane tickets to Maui already, and instead you're going to space.
Or at least the after party.
Can we have a Ruby Sapphire honeymoon episode where they just walk around Homeworld together?
No, that could be weird for them, though.
Justin, that's another ending thing. Like you know how they say like end it with the funeral or a wedding. Like we'll end it with a funeral or a honeymoon, I guess, instead.
Aww, the gayest honeymoon.
That was like the most wistful way to say that, Michelle. The gayest honeymoon.
They tie the tin cans to the spaceship and it flies away.
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would love if they like did the thing where like they don't understand the custom and they like tie like trash can, like full trash cans back.
That'd be so good. Like when they're like, we decided to all marry each other, and they buy like 1 million of those people to put on the cake.
Yeah, exactly.
We're very sorry for your marriage.
Yeah.
We'll throw in a little being born and some dying.
Yeah, with the gravestone.
That monologue is a highlight.
I have to admit, for our own purposes, how have we not used the fact that the gravestone says Andy on it for something that Andy has done?
Oh. Well,
it's going to be the thumbnail for the Connie funeral podcast.
Hey, you get that away from here. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. It's not going to happen.
Dylan and the lady will not let it happen. That's for sure.
Yeah, good. Someone's got to stop it.
It won't be Michelle. Michelle just doesn't like it, but she won't be able to stop it.
Yeah, I don't know.
This has been a fun time, you guys.
You know, it has.
Yeah, this was...
I love all of you dearly, but this went off the rails fast.
Were we ever on the rails, Justin? That's the real question.
Yeah,
if you ever played Sonic Adventure 2, you start on a rail and in 2 seconds later you're glitching through space.
Justin, I'm going to bring us back on the rails because I was actually going to bring up something on topic, surprisingly.
Yeah, please do.
I was going to ask, do you think we're ever going to talk about how Steven was, like, essentially poofed in, like, the episode before this? Because we never really talked about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, was he unconscious? I think Cummings still had like his body.
His body, like
Out of body.
he was having an out of body experience because he got stamped on.
What, did you just get a concussion then? Like, is it just him? In that case, he's in a lot of. That's not good. That's not a good thing, Steven. Gotta get that looked out.
He's still somehow. I mean, that's the one thing that actually I noticed. It's like in season 1, Jasper headbutts him in the face and he gets a black eye. Here, the largest diamond creature that we had met up to that point literally crushes him like an ant, and his tux is not even ruffled. I don't get that.
That's what makes me think that
He's
Did Steven have a concussion?
Yes, he definitely does.
He
Yeah,
probably
maybe
hasn't-
the adrenaline of the situation hasn't allowed him to realize it.
And if that is true, like, I'm actually not even joking about this. If he does have a concussion, concussions lead to people having much more emotional responses to things. So, like, that might actually be something going forward, like him being very emotional here.
Steven being even more emotional.
Yeah,
I know. I was gonna say he's already
You
like.
thought
10.
this show was about LGBTQ representation? No, it's about concussion damage.
Yep.
You gotta watch out.
Oh,
We are
jeez.
covering all our bases.
Yeah, it's although I think on that point when we're comparing the other episodes, in this episode they're all back in civilian wear. So did they like stop what they were after the war was over? Did they just tell like Yellow and Blue Diamond, hold on, we're gonna explain everything, but we need to go change because we're still in our tuxes. We have the deposits still, and we don't want to ruin them any further. Else we have to pay for the whole thing. We'll be right back. And then they changed.
Yes.
Pretty sure that's exactly what happened.
Thank you. I mean, totally understandable because, those are expensive. You gotta,
I mean, Yellow and Blue needed a moment.
yeah, and they, it's like, while you have the moment, we're gonna go slip into something a little more comfortable. We'll be with you in a moment.
You gotta be sensible even in these kinds of situations.
Of course.
So, but before we wrap up, I do want to point out that I believe this is the first writing or storyboard credit for Tom Herpich, who
okay.
formerly was on Adventure Time.
Oh,
Nomi
okay.
Patri e figli Spirito Santi.
And Michelle, you'll like this. He was also on Summer Camp Island as a storyboard artist and writer.
Oh, I hope he went back. They need everyone. That show's great.
Okay, well now he's not doing Adventure Time at least. So,
Oh,
he
yeah.
actually left Adventure Time
Schedule's
a bit
open.
ago. He left Adventure Time to go to Summer Camp Island. It looks like.
Oh.
Oh,
yay.
okay.
Was Summer Camp Island created by an alum of Adventure Time?
Yeah. Julia Pott did work on Adventure Time.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That is Julia Potts' show.
Uh-huh. It's her show.
Yep, former animator on Adventure Time. Yeah. I love seeing all the
Yeah, so
different
many now. It's a
people
lot.
go
It's
around.
crazy.
Ian, Rebecca.
I heard someone once compared Adventure Time to what 70s SNL was like. Pretty much everyone in that scene, in this case animation, in that case comedy, passed through Adventure Time or SNL back in the 70s.
That sounds about right. Like those Adventure Time. I think if you worked on Adventure Time and the show's over, you're not going to be out of work for very long.
I mean, that was also true. Flapjack, though, right?
True.
'Cause that's where Alex Hirsch got his start. The J.G. Quintel also, and I think
Alex Hirsch
the
was also
other
on
guy also.
Alex Hirsch was also on Samurai Jack, I think.
Oh, good for him. That's
Yeah,
cool.
so it's-
How
The
old
ori-
is Alex Hirsch?
Oh God.
I thought he was a baby.
No.
Probably was
he's
a baby.
not.
He's 20s.
Yeah, I think he was on Samurai Jack, the original Samurai Jack.
Oh, if he was, that's impressive because he's only 33 now.
I know he's not that old.
Well, you know what it is? Maybe start. That's what 17.
No, he was not. His first show was Fishhooks. No,
Oh,
sorry, first show was Flapjack.
I thought he was.
Flapjack, yeah.
I thought he was on Samurai Jack. Oh well, okay.
Oh,
Nope,
and
started with Flapjack.
wasn't freaking Pendleton also on Flapjack initially?
I think that
Pendleton
rings a
Ward?
bell.
Was. I think Flapjack was the original Adventure Time in terms of getting
Either
Borders. to
Flapjack
do
or
the show.
Chowder.
Yeah.
I mix those shows up all the time.
Yeah,
those
they're-
two.
They are
Cartoon Network,
different.
man, they figured it
Yeah,
out.
I know.
Different.
They just get the like wires get crossed in my brain sometimes for those shows. That's all.
Yeah, it's okay. They're both like interesting and kind of weird, so they have that in
Yeah.
common.
I could have sworn. All right.
Shows.
Okay, I thought he was on Samurai Jack. That's my fault. Sorry about that. I could have sworn I saw that somewhere. Oh well.
Well, we have just hit around an hour.
Yeah. I think it's
This
time
was
to-
a lot of fun. So if you've never heard a feedback podcast, this is about how they go.
This was a little more off the
This
rails.
was a little less structured.
We
We
said
had
that
a lot less to work
They're
with.
always a little not structured.
I had
There's-
less material to start with, so. But thank you all for listening. You can find out all the info on this podcast at overlyanimated.com. You can join us on Discord to text chat about animation at overlyanimated.com/Discord. I'm considering next week taking some comments from Discord, working them into the feedback, so head on over there. Support us via Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to all our current patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Sam, aka Yosemite Sam. Thanks as always to our Patreon executive producers, John, Ryan, Steve, Alex, and Hugh. Coming up, we have our annual award show, the OVAEs. Steven Universe is up for a couple different awards. Make sure you head over to overlyanimated.com, vote, cast your vote, see what's going to happen, come back for the results in a couple weeks, and join us next week for our recap of Steven Universe episode Familiar, and then our feedback later in the week. That's it. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
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 Take care.